Calling the Tuesday, March 18th, 2025 Upton Cultural Council meeting to order. Time is 6:07 PM. All right. Let's do a roll call of members. I'll just say your name and then you can just say here.
Should we introduce ourselves while we
Yeah.
do the roll call? Because I don't know if you were here at the last meeting and I was not, so
No, I wasn't here, so,
you might like to know who we all are.
so I don't know all of you, but my name is Mildred Warren Gallion.
Hi.
Yeah,
Welcome.
so I'm very interested in.
Good.
Yeah,
Great. No, that's wonderful. Yeah.
because I live on Ridge Road in Upton,
Yeah.
way up on, and you know that big window that's at the Christine Building?
Mm-hmm.
I worked on that.
Oh, no kidding. It's beautiful. Okay.
Yeah. So we did a lot of stained glass and stuff. I started when I was about 7 to work on stained glass. And I also did a lot of other different things like looms. I learned the loom, I learned the walking wheel.
Oh my God.
So I have a lot of information.
Great.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
Excellent.
So it's Mildred.
Yeah.
And just for the sake of the notes, could you say your last name one more time? Mildred
Lauren Gallion.
Morin, so Morin.
Yeah.
And Gallion is Galleone. Leone. Perfect. Thank you very much.
All right, I can start. I'm the chair. I'm Jennifer Conrad.
I'm Shelley Glassman. I'm the media person supposedly.
That's great. Megan Ronzio. I'm not on the board anymore. I had to take a year off, so technically I'm just a member of the public right now.
Well,
Yeah.
that's good like me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mildred Warren Gallion.
Got it. And as the person who's taking down your name, my name is Kate Baden and I am the recording secretary.
Good.
I'm Marie Kitchen and I'm newest member and I just Scooby-Doo around and do this and that.
All right, welcome Mildred. And absent today is Robin Jokola, treasurer. Okay. All right, we have two agendas. Now we have a quorum today, so we have two agendas to, I'm sorry, yes, two agendas to approve. Has everyone had a chance, we reviewed it before, to review the February 18th, 2025 agenda?
Yeah, that was a one word.
Yep.
Yes.
Meeting.
Yep.
You want to take a look at the minutes from the last meeting, just to see what we talked about? It's another.
I've been around, I've been back and forth.
You've been around.
That's not bad.
Not too bad.
You're in the same.
Can I get a motion to approve the agenda for the February 18th, 2025 meeting?
Motion to approve the agenda for the February 18th meeting notes.
And I second that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think, I did the last one first. I'm sorry. Let's back up. And
Okay.
the one that we didn't approve at the last meeting was the minutes from the January 21st, 2025 meeting. So,
Motion to approve the meeting notes for
or actually the agenda.
the agenda.
Yeah, we have to do the agenda first. Yep. All right.
The agenda.
Yep.
Yeah, for the 21st,
January 20.
21st.
And I'll second it.
Congress. 2025. Okay. All right, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Nope. All right. Approved agenda from 121-25. Okay, next, now has anyone had a chance to review today's agenda?
Yes.
Okay. All right, can I get a motion to approve today's agenda?
Motion to approve today's agenda, March 18th,
You can have that.
2025.
Mhm. All
Second.
right, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? No, all right, agenda for 2/18/25. I'm sorry, today's agenda. Oh my God, I can't keep this straight. You know why? It's the 18 that's throwing me off.
Yeah.
March 18, 2025 is approved. Yeah. Okay, now we need to approve the meeting minutes. Has everyone had a chance to review the meeting minutes from January 21st, 2025?
Mhm.
Okay, all right. Can I get a motion to approve the meeting minutes?
I'll, motion to approve the meeting minutes from January 25th,
21st.
21st, in 2025.
I'll second that.
All right, all in favor?
I,
Any opposed? All right, that takes us to the meeting minutes for February 18th, 2025. Has everyone had a chance to review?
yes,
All right, any changes, edits?
I think it's had the wrong date for
Okay.
tonight on it. I think
Okay.
it said March 10th,
Okay,
and it should say March 18th.
okay.
I did.
I just remember reading that this morning.
Okay. Any other edits, corrections? Okay. All right, can I get a motion to approve the minutes from February 18th, 2025 with the edit to the next meeting date?
A motion to approve the minutes from February 18th, 2025 with the change of the date.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
I,
Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. All right, now we gotta let that out of the way. Okay, treasurer's report. I gave everybody a copy. Just because when we use my laptop here, we get a lot of echo. So I just printed off copies for everybody. What's up?
You just sent it over.
yeah,
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yep.
Easy peasy.
Yep, okay. So, I can run through it since Robin's not here. So we've paid out 2 fiscal year 2025 grants thus far. One is the Small Stones Art Festival. That was the Graphic Arts Inc. applicant, and that was held, it was the end of January into early February. And that was paid out, for $266. And the second is the Poop Museum. The Poop Museum, which was held at the Upton Town Library on February 19th, I believe. We'll have a recap of that. And that was paid out in $500. My only observation was it just took the town a while to pay it out, to cut the check. So that library was asking about it.
Yeah.
So Robin and I followed up on it. Okay, so so thus far, we've had $766 in grants paid out. And we'll talk about the grants in a little bit. Okay, and the second portion of the treasurer's report, the local fundraising, I don't think there's been any change at all since the last meeting. And you can see our beginning balance, the Heritage Day, revenue, the cost of the bazaar, the tea towels, and then our deposits from the fair and some additional sales that I had right around Christmas. So our ending balance of our money is $514.18, but we have also interest as well of $209.26, which accounting wise is just put aside as a separate category.
Can I just ask, next to the first deposit, it says up fair?
Oh, United
It's the
Heritage.
United
Oh,
Heritage.
okay.
Yep.
I was, you know what, that was my question too, and then I just, as soon as I heard you say it, it was like, United.
Oh,
Yeah, United Heritage Fair. Yep.
yeah.
Okay. So we have, right around now, we have like 514 plus.
Yeah.
And we have some interest that we want, we can.
So we're slowly making a little money here.
Slowly making a little money, yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
We have a lot of tea towels left.
We still have a good amount
Yeah.
left.
And that's all gravy at this point.
Yeah, right, because we've, I think, paid for themselves already.
Right.
So, but I think as, Mother's Day approaches, I can send out like can boost it. And see if, it's a good Mother's Day gift, that kind of thing,
Yeah.
so.
That's true.
You can try to boost it, it's like it's sales here and there, but then, it's all of it counts, so.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, gravy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a reminder,
Yeah.
cultural council is here, so.
And we don't have any of the other things left, right? Do we have?
We have, coasters, but we always have kind of a continuing supply, so.
Somebody on it.
Yeah, yes, glasses are all gone, we sold the last of those, so.
So just the coasters and the
And then
tea
the
towels.
towels, yep.
Okay.
That's what we have.
Want more fancy bags? I have hundreds of those.
Oh, fancy bags.
So the ones that I rolled the towels up and.
Oh, yeah.
If you can just
Okay.
count from Mulder's.
All right. Yeah,
That's
we
a
get
good idea.
closer.
That was a nice touch. I bought.
Yeah.
The, holiday kit.
Okay, good. You'll just put that down under.
It's my,
Or
it's my
fundraising
rating
notes.
Squeezy.
No,
Yeah.
we kind of skipped ahead a little there, just fundraising. Yeah,
Sorry.
maybe, no, that's okay. No, just because it all kind of blends together with the
Okay.
treasurer's report, but,
Yeah, when we get to
this
this
day,
day, yeah.
we can, kind of boost them. Okay, just a couple administrative things. Has everyone completed their conflict of interest training that needed to do it? Yeah, okay, yep. The other administrative topic that we have is the food pantry discussion. You know, when we talked about it the last meeting, there was, I think it was Lynn had raised the idea of, having people bring something to our cultural council events, like, canned goods and things like that. But we discussed it and realized that we really need to check with the Mass Cultural Council to see if that's any kind of issue.
Mhm.
Because, whether it's, making people feel that there's a cost to coming to a free event and so forth. So Robin did get a response back from Cultural Council, but it's a little detailed, so I was gonna table it until Robin is here
Okay.
for the next meeting. And since we don't have any, well, we do have an event coming up, but, nothing that we probably, the jazz show. I think is coming up. I think I don't know,
I'm jumping
actually.
ahead.
Yeah, I think it's on the 21st. So, I thought we could have, when Robin's here, we should discuss it because she's, she reached out to the cultural council. I mean, it's kind of a no, so.
Okay.
It's really kind of a no. It just kind of blurs a lot of things together. And I mean, I think just for our purposes, logistically, it's a little, difficult for us to like collect things and then drop them off at the various. And there's it's very easy to contribute and opt into the various food pantries.
Yeah.
You can leave a bag. Absolutely, yeah.
The Grange, I've been a Grange member since I was about 7.
Mhm.
And they are, we have meetings, and if anybody wants to bring something from food pantry, by all means, you can bring it. We don't make it a thing you have to bring.
Right.
And Hula Girls, I was president of Hula Girls for 18 years, a long way. And also president of the Historical Society twice. So, there are organizations out there that do ask you to bring different things, but I don't think it would be that important for this group.
Mhm.
You have to do it because there's so many other people out there, and I think you do a well with job.
That already do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of
Yeah.
groups that already
Yeah,
collect, and
yeah.
a lot of people do it on their own, especially I think when,
Yeah.
someone recently, I think it was Laura had posted on Facebook that they, the
Yeah.
food pantries needed more things and what they needed. So like I responded, I put it back together,
The
so.
Royal PTO does a lot with that too.
Yeah.
Asking for donations for events.
Mhm.
The Men's Club is, I'm projecting Johnson's on it.
Yeah.
The Men's Club also will ask for
Mhm.
food pantry donations, for events and things like that too, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are just kind of few and far between a little bit too,
Yeah.
to make it a thing, to make it like, oh, I'm going to a cultural council thing, maybe I should bring,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we can, kind of talk about more the legal side of it or the,
Yeah.
municipal / state side of it, but it's really kind of a no. They just think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because we start getting into
Not
like,
that I can vote on it, but I've been on so many different things.
Yeah.
I actually, know who's giving and when they're giving and
Mhm.
when they're asking, so I just thought I'd give you that. little-
No,
Oh,
yeah,
thank
that's
you
what we
for
look for,
feedback.
this is
Yeah.
our public,
Yeah.
contribution feedback. And for a town of 8,000 and change, I mean, we have 3 groups or 3 food pantries, so which is actually, I think, really good. Yeah,
Holy Angels, yeah.
St. Gabriel's,
St. Gabriel's. okay.
Yeah.
Well, then there's a senior center. You can
and the
just
senior,
drop
oh,
them
yeah,
off.
yeah, senior
Yeah.
center
Take-
too.
Community center, yeah.
Cat food, my cats.
Yeah, that's
So I
another
take
one
cat
too.
food sometimes.
Yeah.
put it in
Oh,
there.
sure.
Yeah, so we have like kind of a robust, I think,
Yeah.
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 you know,
I think you-
food collection
Yeah.
and distribution system here, so it's not like a need that we have to actually fill. So, yeah, okay. But we can, Robin can fill us all in as well. Okay, let's talk about the grants. So the Poop Museum, which everyone was very excited about, that was held on the 19th of February, and I believe Robin went to it. And
We
did you go? Yes,
we snapped the back and we got there a little bit early and we talked to the, I can't remember her name.
Nan?
We talked to Leanne, absolutely. She's such an advocate for such great programs.
Yeah, she
And
does a really good job.
she was very aggressive in getting this woman and she's brilliant.
Who, the Poop Museum, the
The
presenter?
The lady actually, she's actually from the Netherlands or something, and she comes over here and she stays for 6 months, stays with family or friends or something, and then she goes back. It's kind of interesting how she gets forward and back, but anyways, that's another discussion. She's brilliant in the way that she handled the children's questions and just she's so very knowledgeable. I mean, a couple of times she would ask questions, anybody have any questions? And her whole get up in the talk was.
It was really well directed towards the age group.
Yes, this one little boy, he sat there and he said, opened up this piece of paper, he wrote his question down and he read it. That was just so cute. And the kids
Came
were
prepared.
really engaged. I mean, she had a lot of questions about the subject.
Yeah, oh, I bet.
What age group, like what age range would you
Yeah.
say was there?
Anywhere from 6, and then families brought, their whole family.
Okay.
But it was really targeted towards the 6 to 12-year-olds maybe.
Okay.
So the preteens and the,
Elementary.
Yeah.
like, the 8-year-olds. And the young ladies even had some really great questions and knew a lot of good stuff. And nice to see young ladies in science, being
Yeah.
so engaged. And yeah, we all just, we kind of
Especially with
just,
that subject, right?
we just.
Oh, it's easy to go off the rails, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
And,
yeah, we sat at the back, Robin, my husband, and myself, and we
Yeah.
just roared because it was hilarious, some of the stuff she came up with, and, yeah. And it was educational, of course, she could have talked for another hour and a half and kept everybody very much engaged, so, yeah.
Oh, and Kate, how was the family review?
Let me tell you, I was disappointed not to be able to go.
Yeah.
Everything happening, but my mom was able to go. But Dad
Yeah.
progressed me. Dad took me to the Poop Museum.
Oh,
So this is the feedback of, I said she was 5 for registration. She's technically 4.5. I was like, she can't not go to this kid.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so my daughter, who was 4.5, and my son, who was almost 7, and they thought it was great, and they're still talking about it. They got a little elephant,
For a second, I thought you were gonna say something.
there's a big.
You see that?
Sorry.
Sorry.
We got a little elephant made out of poop paper, which is still up on our fridge.
Oh, that's
They tried
right.
elephant poop, which they learned.
Yep.
My son just the other day was like, Mom, do you know, but something about springtime, thing springtime. I said, Mom, do you know that bees have had to hold their bums all winter long? I was like, I know. They haven't been able to poop all winter because the queen doesn't let them. They have to wait until they can leave.
And then it's,
But like, he
I
really
know
should
she's saying.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Like, you know, like, yeah, he retained a lot. He thought it was really
yeah,
fascinating. They came home, they checked out books about poop, which they
Wow,
read
yeah.
like with such interest. One about how you can use poop as like power, and one on like how you can identify what animal pooped by the look of the poop and all that kind of thing. So they were just like completely enthralled.
Yeah, it's really interesting, engaged, yeah.
Talking about it, and they've retained a lot of the information, and I found it really interesting.
Wow.
You know,
this is a honey that is
oh, they
purely,
too, yes.
it was kind of, she had everybody taste it if they wanted to. I'm like, no, that's okay. And two children in the back hid behind their chairs because they wouldn't have anything to do with it. And I was almost there with them, but yeah.
Oh.
She let you taste it. Basically honeydew, which is what aphids exude, and it's almost pure sugar. And that's what the ants and some of the other things eat. And yeah. So in wherever she's from, they manufacture that honey, and it's Chad ate it and he lives. But yeah, these two little children, they're probably 6-ish.
Yeah.
They hid behind their chairs. They were like, no way, man. And a lot of the other little people did try it out. So they
Yeah.
tasted.
Oh, that's what I did.
Great.
Did taste that too.
It was-
Yeah.
Was it full? I mean, Robin said that it was like a full capacity.
Yeah, I think there was a waiting list.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was on the cusp of that, stupid snowstorm.
Uh,
The room was full, I'd say. Oh gosh, I want to say there was probably anywhere from 60 to 70 people in there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the senior room out front,
Mhm.
it was
Yeah.
full.
Great.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
Rousing success.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And yes, Luann had an entire table full of books that you can check out of the library about food.
I'm on top of things.
I know. She did a really good job. She really does. I
And
mean,
it's such a nice person.
yeah, I mean, it's like
Good for her.
born to be a kid's librarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I can't call her anything but Mrs. Murphy. I feel like when I often when I address her, my
Right.
kids are right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
When I see her without the kids, I'm like, Mrs. Murphy. And I'm also.
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
That was like
But the kids
that's a
loved it.
real
Word of it.
Did they say anything about being funded by cultural council?
Yes, absolutely. So we waved, the Queens waved back.
Mhm.
Ah.
We're super happy to,
Mhm.
yes,
That's good.
all around good stuff,
Yeah,
yes.
excellent. All right. All right, so a couple upcoming events. The jazz show, Bob Nichols Jazz Show is, I believe, on the 21st.
Is that at the community center?
Yeah, yeah. But I haven't seen him
No, and I haven't gotten anything
from him.
from.
Why
him
don't I
suggesting-
I'll email,
I'll go on Friday.
yeah, I'll email Bob and just see if he can post something online, then,
Yeah, if you send me the thing, I
Yeah.
can post it on,
Okay,
yeah, and the
Wait.
same thing for this 10-footer sheet.
yeah, that was the other one. That's supposed to be in April. I don't know if we have the day yet, so I was gonna, I think, I was gonna ask Robin, because Robin handled that grant, if she could reach out to her and just see if like she has a date or any kind of like marketing.
Okay.
Cause I'd like to go to that too, but I just don't know when it. Cause I went through, all of our grant awards to see when the upcoming dates were, and those are the two, that are upcoming.
Yes.
Everything else don't have a specific date yet.
On my board.
Oh, yeah, okay, so.
What time is the Generations of Jazz thing? 6, 7, 8? We don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
The 21st is a Friday, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
I'm
this
actually-
Friday.
I won't be here, so.
I won't be
In
around
Nashville.
till Friday. Gone for the weekend.
Okay, but,
Needlepoint retreat.
me. Oh, that'd be nice.
Needlepoint.
Needlepoint retreat, yes.
So, okay, so those are coming up, so.
Wild.
Yeah, boost it, yeah,
You can boost it out, take it go.
yeah, he does, I mean, he's taught a lot of our kids, instruments, and he's very
Cool.
well-known guy around here, so, okay. So I'll ask, like I said, I'll ask Robin if she can reach out, I think her name's Sarah, for the 10-footer
Okay.
historical.
I'm looking for that date.
Yeah, I'll ask her to do it, so we can kind of get maybe a little more word out there. Okay, so,
Seed starting party?
yes, I wanted to talk about this, woman who reached out. Does anybody know her at all? So I think she's fairly new to Upton. So just for everyone who might not have seen it yet, her name is Jennifer Von Flattern, and she sent us an email to our general email box, and she's an Upton resident, and she's having a seed starting party at Rushford and Sons in April, and she asked if we could sponsor the event. She said she did it she did an event last year in her garage with neighbors, and she said it's a great way to get to know people and promote sustainability. And she spent her own money on soils, trees, seeds, and labels last year. So, so she was looking for like $100. Yeah, it's like a sponsorship. And because it's our own money, we don't necessarily have to go through the grant application process because it's not our money.
Mm.
But I thought I'd just put it out there for everyone to discuss. I did get back to her, and I told her about how our grant process works, and she, she said, oh, okay, now, I understand that she might look for a grant next year. But, I thought we could just kind of discuss it and see if it's something that's in our, wheelhouse and what our interest level was.
Is Rushford's, putting up sponsoring some of the,
So let's see. I think I asked her that.
Yeah.
Let me see. Rushford is not charging her for it. It's totally not for profit. She's just looking for an excuse to meet some people in town, chat gardening and share resources. Yeah.
So they're not charging her, but they're also not sponsoring her.
They're just having it there. Yeah, giving her space. Yeah. I don't, it does, they're not charging her and,
Okay.
so.
for how many people do you know? Did
She
she,
said she just did it in her garage last year. I don't
Yeah.
think she really has an idea of how many people.
No, it's not so much the money, it's
Not
just
even
the
the
question of like, does it fit our purview?
Yeah.
Is
I
it
can see.
sustain- Yeah, sustainable.
Science, sustainable, and, we did the foraging one. That's
Yeah.
true, a couple of years ago, which is,
Educational, certainly.
yeah, yeah.
Especially I feel like now, like people are really starting to look at like getting chickens, growing their own produce.
Yeah.
It's like a family, it's a family.
Chickens are, yeah.
Oh, yeah, chickens are.
No, well, my son lives up the street. His name is Michael Puccini.
Okay.
He just retired from the police.
Oh, yeah,
station.
oh, that's your son? Oh, yeah.
So, the chickens are laying, I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
So, very well. And, so, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Gina your granddaughter?
Yes.
Okay. So she's the same age as I think she was in my daughter's class.
Probably.
Yeah, class of 20,
She loves
21.
animals. Well, you see, I used to have daycare. So I taught the kids how to forage and how if they ever got lost, they could find different plants to eat, so, and they all know it.
Oh, good.
They all know the plants, they know what they can eat, what they can't eat, how they can forage. You can get Jerusalem artichokes, all different things. And, it's amazing.
Oh,
The
wow.
kids love it.
We had a great foraging workshop here. We
Yeah.
did it. Yeah.
Yeah, really well
It's very
attended.
well attended.
It's because the kids really love it and they
Yeah.
know everything about it.
Good. What a great skill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
Mildred, what don't you do?
Now that I'm 83.
What haven't you done? Renaissance woman.
Take care of my husband.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've been out and about.
Yeah, good for you.
I traveled.
Good to stay active.
Been to Ireland 14 times.
Mm.
Wow.
My family comes from Ireland.
Okay.
My dad was born in County Kilkenny in a small town called Castle.
Okay.
And he left in 1916 when the troubles began. And so, yeah, he came here.
Mountain?
Here you are. Yeah, he came. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, actually, my mother and father started St. Benedict's Farm. So if you Google it, you'll find out what St. Benedict's Farm is all about. It's all about helping people. And, we never believed in welfare because we believe that we should all help each other. It's a nice dream.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's always,
Yeah.
but the thing is, you have to start someplace. And so if it's one little spot in your town
Mhm.
that you can help other people, then that's important. And maybe that person will help that person will help that person.
Mhm.
And that's very important. So if you all get a chance, you can Google St. Benedict's Farm, Boston, Massachusetts, and you will find everything, you can have everything there. And we planted food for the inner city and we brought it from the inner city, in the 50s and the 60s when people didn't have a lot of food, but it's there and, it's Catholic worker, but it doesn't necessarily mean Catholic, Roman Catholic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Catholic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, and that's what we did.
Oh, wonderful.
When
Yeah.
I was a little girl, we didn't have a car or anything, so we had to walk to Holy Angels, because that's where we went to church. And the priest would say, well, here come the kids from the farm. Between two houses, there were 19 kids.
Oh, gosh.
Fine.
Wow. Yeah.
Every Sunday, we used to have capture the flag, all these, everybody. And, we just learned. Mr. Paulson was a stained glass. He's a master stained glass. And, you know, Kenny and now Lars has taken over his. But and that's how we learned. We learned just walk into the shop and we would ask Mr. Paulson, how do you do this? And he'd say, just a minute, and he would show you. He took the time to show us and say, do you want to learn? Yes, I want to learn. And so that's what we did. And, you know, his wife, she had a loom, a big loom, so I learned on a big loom. And we could probably even sit on the bench because you have to use your feet. You know, so, you know, and that's what we did. So we were considered kind of odd. Because no one else did it, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that sounds like a
Lost
fascinating
her.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is, no.
You know, I did a program before about St. Benedict's Farms. It's called Millie Remembers. And I think it was on Upton TV.
Mhm.
Everybody kept saying, oh my gosh, I didn't know. I said, yes, but yeah.
Really? It sounds like you've lived a
That's
life.
me.
Yeah.
You're a doer.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Amazing.
amazing. Definitely helpful stuff.
What is this?
So how much did she say?
It's $100 just to, you know, buy seed, soil, trays, seeds and labels. So,
Seems doable.
Yeah, and I think there's some benefit too, because it's a Rushford event. They've applied for a couple of grants.
yeah,
Yeah.
We're saying yes,
right,
for good reason.
Right,
right,
But
yes.
I do feel like they would be a good organization to, not
Support.
necessarily we're partnering with them on this, but
yeah.
it's,
Spade.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're donating
Oh,
the space to her,
Yeah.
allowing her the space.
Yeah.
It's a space there. Hold on, let me just look
April
at the,
6th, we're a bunch of races.
I know, I got.
it's April 6th, it's April
This
6th.
is seed, so seed started,
Okay.
seed starting
Would you give?
parties.
From 1 to 3?
I didn't really, I'm sorry to,
Thank you.
apply for a grant next year.
Yeah, I would say it's like $100 is not a lot.
And it's pretty reasonable if you're buying, the soil is the biggest part. I mean, the seeds are easy.
Yeah, yeah, it's
It's
just
not easy, but reasonable, and.
I mean, I just think so she doesn't have to spend it. And then she can
Yeah.
always apply for a grant down the road too. If she wants
Yeah.
to expand.
Yeah.
What's her name again? Because.
Jennifer Von Latern,
If
FLAT.
it's,
Although she's
Is
Jenny
she-
Courtney on her email, on her,
She's what?
she signs it Jenny Courtney.
Yeah, it's her email
So-
or something is, or Jenny Courtney.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
maiden name versus married name kind of thing.
or
Yeah.
maybe it's just her old email or no, or the prior email address. Okay.
When I went to Panera Bread, I said.
and if it's a success.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
make it bigger.
I still have,
Next.
you know.
Okay,
Just, I think the timing is
Yeah.
really good
I have
too.
places.
You know,
Or is this like in the-
Spring is coming, you know, when people get excited to be out.
You know, Facebook, you see.
Oh,
Because I
maybe.
used to- yeah.
Next week.
Yes.
Yes,
so-
yeah.
Well, Thursday is calendar spring.
Calendar spring, yep.
Oh, yeah. Then it's no,
No, just.
growing
Yeah.
season, May 1, it starts May 1.
Yeah,
And it's 160-day,
I know.
167-day dash. Okay, FYI. So
Great.
the meeting needed to know that. Oh, it's a Sunday. Okay,
Yep, it's
Perfect,
Monday the
even.
6th. So
I'll go.
from 1 to 3. So it's in,
So I could, put this up on Facebook. She's got
yeah,
a
she's got a flyer.
flyer that's attached to it.
Sponsor it.
Yeah, if we're deciding we're going to give her the $100, then it
Yeah.
makes sense to put it up there.
Well, why don't we vote on it?
Yeah.
Since I think everybody's, you know,
Sure.
anyone else have anything to add about it? No?
Okay,
It's
so-
like the timing, it's a good, I like it's a
Familiar.
community event.
Yeah.
That someone is, you know, I like to reward somebody who's taken it upon themselves to do a, you know, an event that,
Yeah.
a public event on their own, promoting it themselves and I think it falls into, you know, cultural is very wide, so I think it falls into a lot of things we've done, so.
I'll tell you what, if you reach out to her, because you're kind of our corner person, I'll help her. I don't need any seeds. Matter of fact, I'll probably bring some. seeds.
All right, we can put the two of you, we can put
I
the
can
two of you
help.
together, so.
Yeah.
So you can.
I'll help her,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay. All right, well, why don't, you know, why don't we take a vote on whether to fund, you know, to fund her for $100. I guess it's a motion to approve her request, I guess. Okay, can I get a motion?
Motion to approve the seed starting party on April 6th from 1 to 3 PM at Rushford's.
in the amount of,
In the amount of $100. I'm sorry.
all in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Sorry, who seconded that?
Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't.
I thought you
second it.
did.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you didn't.
I said that.
I did too, I'm sorry.
You were saying something, so.
Well, you're so detailed.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah.
You didn't even look detail in your motion.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so, all,
Yes,
all
I do second.
right, all in favor? Any opposed? Okay, motion to fund passes. All right, excellent.
How will she get reimbursed? How,
I mean, it would be we'd have to get a check from the town.
So she should present.
Or we could
invoice,
reimburse her, yeah.
Give her, okay, so.
I think that's what we should do is.
And helping her out,
reimburse
she'll
her.
ask, how do I get reimbursed? So
Yeah.
I'll tell her
But I'll,
to bring an
I'm gonna
invoice
email
or
her.
have
tonight.
an invoice and I'll look for
Yeah.
that.
It's trying
And
to
if it wants to come and throw some toil around.
Mhm.
We have some stuff kicking around, you know.
Yeah, no,
And enjoy all those parts that you get from this.
He's the planter.
Oh my God, I've got so much stuff.
That's great, you know, and I think it's
He
like, I
likes it.
like her timing too, you know, it's, people like, if it's over, I would say if it's over 50 degrees, New Englanders are wearing shorts, you know? So, and thinking about.
These short sleeve shirts.
Still want to say this to bed.
My six was about
Maybe.
the bus.
Yeah.
My six was about the bus.
If she's
nine.
Oh.
Kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Like still having the one where I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
Have had it.
Make up her.
Where's the park after school?
My Anderson's like,
Go.
Sunflower seeds and I get my watering.
So my
But don't
question then is before I put it up on
Mhm.
Facebook.
Let me reach out to her, I'll
Okay.
let you know.
Okay. All right.
In case you like change your mind and say, ah, so,
I
yeah,
got,
we don't want to post it for.
right, knowledge from somebody else.
yeah, it's true too. But no, she could, you know, this is something she could totally turn into a thing, you know, and,
Yeah.
and,
Oh, that would be awesome.
that would be great, especially if she said she's, you know, she's new in town, so.
Don't give away
Or
food,
part of
give
these
somebody a pot of soil.
Yeah, just,
Yeah.
today, I think that's great.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
Give them a fish to come in.
Yeah, fish, yeah, that will, yeah, fish too, but potted,
Alright,
yeah.
well, her name, so she's called Jenny, so I'll let you.
It is, if
In
it's
the
not
Jenny
the
Club.
house. We have to order it out anyways.
All right, so fun, all right. So fundraising, we kind of addressed that. I mean, right now, we're not really doing things actively, but we'll, you know, like as things come along, we'll, you know, push it forward. And oh, hold on a second, just, cultural council did say it's not an issue for us to sell stuff at our events.
Super duper, because if Rushford would sell some towels for us with Mother's Day coming up. In those fancy bags.
I hate to ask them because we've turned down 2 grants from them.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, it might be a little awkward. Yeah. Mildred,
Say
yeah.
something, you know, a good fundraising day is Heritage Weekend.
Well, we are
Yeah, we
always
do
there.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
it
always
was-
there. We've been doing it for, years now.
I've seen us.
Yes.
We got on the end of something else.
Yeah, the Grange. You're probably at the Grange.
Now. The first woman on the cemetery.
Yeah,
commission. I tried to write a meeting that has absolutely no decorum.
The cemetery commission doesn't have decorum.
Seems weird.
It seems like a.
It's a bunch of fellas.
Yeah,
That doesn't surprise me at all, I've heard things.
Or men
Tendency to get off the
involved with
issue.
the 10
You know,
foot.
there's
Yeah,
lots of
Robin,
stuff that's
Robin,
going
okay.
on.
So Rob, you're gonna ask.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah.
You wanna get out, it's like a reasonable hour too, right? Like, let's get through the.
Had a meeting at 3 o'clock on Thursday, we didn't get out until watch a bus.
I'm sorry.
What are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
She's
That's a
trying to-
digress, but yeah.
Yeah, she's been talking about trying to corral a bunch of men at the cemetery committee.
Yeah,
They,
yeah.
See,
Oh,
it-
my Lord.
So the Mass Board said it's fine for us to sell things at.
Yes.
Was your question as whether or not that was okay?
Next time.
Yes.
It was
last
last
time,
time.
our little group of 3 thought, hey.
Yeah, they said it's fine for us to.
Oh,
Is it okay if we sell
Yeah.
towels? Would it be tacky? Would it be ethical? So
gotcha.
Robin was
Okay.
looking at the donation and selling the
Yeah.
towels for fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like historical, they sell everything. I mean, we had so much stuff.
Yeah, yeah, historical society has,
Well,
the board
maybe,
games.
maybe at the 10 footer shoot thing, we could do it then.
Yep.
I don't know if we have enough time to do it for the jazz, which is this Friday.
Yeah, and we're gonna be it's in the I think it's in the senior center anyway, so.
The sponsor events we sponsor.
Yeah.
It is the events that we sponsor, we were considering sending stuff there.
Yeah,
Yes.
or grant, yeah, that we've granted.
That's
Yeah.
what they do.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably like, probably be tough, I think, at the
To do this
the
Friday.
jazz, yeah.
We don't have
Like
enough
a
time to even
jazz.
put it
I
together.
mean, we just have to like probably set up a table, but, and like I said, Bob hasn't really reached out to. I haven't seen anything in my feeds of.
No, I haven't
jazz.
done anything. either.
Let me read it out and, no, he's super nice, so everybody loves him, so.
Sorry.
Okay, so potential programming, Marie, any update on the conservation district?
No, but I am signed up to go to a couple of their walks that they do there,
Oh, okay.
scheduled,
Check it
so
out.
I'll kind of sneak in there and see what's up.
Mhm,
There's two programs, one of them on
Mhm.
Friday that I'm gonna go to,
mhm,
and I'll report back, what they're like. They're two different ones, and
mhm.
I didn't bring.
Where are they? And then.
The one on, let's see, on Saturday is in Oxford,
Mhm,
and they're all gonna be in Worcester County, so.
mhm.
And then the other one is, I can't remember. I think it's more of a tree ID, but I could be lying.
Hmm.
So I'll bring the information next time.
Mhm, mhm. So do they have like a menu of, their different walks that they do, or they just tailor it to like what town you're in?
Well,
Do-
they go out to the towns, it seems like, and, they advertise, this walk is coming up. I do have it here.
Yeah. no,
I don't
that's
have the
crazy.
line.
Or if they have like already like a library, so, oh,
It's
Hopkins, it's Worcester.
Coming event, it's
Okay.
kind of a
Hmm.
email that goes out to the members.
Mhm.
And let's see, let's see, I'm not going to the Rise and Shine with Jana.
It's not that early anytime.
I'm not in early morning.
No.
It's in Princeton, I wouldn't mind, but,
That's a little, that's a hike, it's
it's
like,
going to is called Woods Wander. And it's
Ah,
9 AM
okay.
in Oxford at Stones Throw Farm, West Boylston. Oh, I'm sorry, that one's West Boylston, excuse me. April 5th, there's one that's called the Oxford Pollinator Forum. So I'm gonna, it's
Oh, I
kind
see
of
it
what
right
we-
here.
Yeah, it's kind of some of the things that we've done in the past, and it'll be nice when someone is able to reach out
Mhm,
to know what we want,
mhm.
a little bit of what they do, what we want.
Yeah,
So,
they have a woods wander in West Boylston. They're doing.
Yep.
So, okay.
that one I'm going to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got it switched in my head.
Yeah. With Oxford one has free pizza.
That's always good. That's a
Yeah,
plus.
it's family, so that's an idea. It
Yeah,
really
I know.
dovetails with what we do here,
Mhm.
and we want them to do it here.
I think like a lot of,
Certainly a
a lot
plenty
of
of places
nature
to
is.
do it. You know.
Well, it'll be Upton Forest,
Mhm.
because it's the WCCD,
Mhm.
it's the DCR, excuse me, Department of Conservation, state
funded park, so
Hmm.
perfect,
Yeah.
yeah, gotta just get them here,
All
get in
right,
the calendar.
okay, so you'll like
Mhm.
scope it out and let us know.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, all right, just to touch base on the Upton Arts and Cultural Collaborative, UACC. This is the former Holy Angels, the group that wants to convert the
Good,
former church
yeah.
into an arts center. Has anyone been to like a recent meeting? You want to just let us know what's going on? Oh,
Are you interested? Oh, you were there too, on the Zoom meeting?
No, I wasn't there on the Zoom meeting. I was there on the first meeting
Mhm.
that we met at the senior center.
mhm,
And there's so much interest.
Mhm.
I can't believe it. You know, and a lot of people in town are not really aware of it. And so when I'm out and I say, have you heard about, Art Center, Art and Cultural Center at Holy Angels Church, because they want to knock the building down. And so they go, no. And I said, well, there's a group of us that are all getting together and, I was there for the first meeting. And I wasn't there for the Zoom meeting, but I have seen so much interest to go, yes, that would be wonderful. So, when the vote comes up, hopefully people will really vote for this because it's important. Because there's a lot of Upton history in that church too. And now people say, oh, yes, I remember when, such and such got married there, or I remember when my child was baptized there, and I remember, and so people are like, oh, that's wonderful. Other towns have nice, beautiful cultural centers, and my friend Chris, she's over in Uxbridge. She has a big, they get plays over there, they do all kinds of stuff over there, and they have people that come in, and they have people that do woodwork, jewelry, everything. And so she's part of that too. She said she'd be willing to help us out with that.
Mhm.
So I don't know if any of you are interested in it, but, I just throw my 2 cents in. Not everybody listens to me anyway.
Well, they should.
There's so much engagement.
Yeah, some of us have attended some of the meetings and just like, so we're obviously looking at it to like partner and do things
Yeah.
cultural council wise down the road.
And
Which is a little separate from any of us serving on the board and
Yeah,
things
oh,
like
yeah.
that. So that's a little bit separate. So it's a little,
I've been on so many boards,
I know.
but
Every
So
board.
Sunday, as of Sunday night, let's see. I think they're gonna put it to the town board in November.
The annual town meeting,
That
yeah.
is correct.
Mhm.
They won't be, on the warrant for this
Right.
meeting.
right,
For
And
me.
they're gonna push it out to November.
yeah,
They should have their 501(c) by this week,
Mhm.
at the latest next week.
Mhm.
They've got the 3 members that they need to file that, but
Mhm.
yeah, they're,
Mhm.
looking to put programming committees together, get some of the programming, because the board had asked them, how are you gonna use the space? So
Mhm.
that's where that's at. So they are shooting for November to get on the board.
I can still
So it
have
gives
it.
you plenty of time to pull some things together. so
Yeah.
you
I
make
mean,
a
you could still-
presentation.
You could still have, a council or a committee of, arts and cultural collaborative without having a space, but I think the goal is to get
Yeah.
that space. But I think they are facing some hurdles
yeah.
in terms of the building.
Well, my brother was the building inspector, Patrick Roach, he said.
Oh, yeah, he just retired.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just retired. Actually, they just called me a little while, they're in Mexico.
You retired and went to Mexico. Yeah.
So anyway, he said the building is sound. Only that, there's a little bit of mold, but that was about it. But he said structurally, it's okay.
Mhm.
There's things that have to be done in it, of course, because half the time the building doesn't.
Mhm.
But, he says it seems good. I think maybe Paul Flaherty has.
Oh, the FinCom, yeah.
Yeah, it's got a problem with everything.
Yeah. Any building, unless
Well,
it's gonna, any building like that is
Yeah.
gonna.
It'll need some cosmetic work,
Well,
but.
it'll be
Yeah.
painted this summer.
Yeah.
That has been allocated, and I think they got the new estimate for the general contractor to go in and do another report to see what it'll take to get it functional for commercial use. They got down to $34,000-ish to have that report ordered, and I think they're talking about it right now. Possibly. That was really super close to being negotiated, and I don't know who's paying for it, whether it's a town or if this group is gonna try and raise those
Yeah.
funds. So I think they need to talk about that still too.
Yeah.
But they did get it down from 90,000 to 34,000.
Wow.
Just for the GC to give a report.
That is
Like an
correct.
inspection.
To see what it would
Okay.
take to make it
Commercially
sound.
For a report.
Does seem thick.
I mean, I don't know anything about it.
And there was
Sounds
a,
very
there was
steep. I'm
a
aware.
report done in 2019, and so it's
Yeah.
basically just updating.
Okay,
But
Mhm.
they will
Seems
paint it this summer,
yeah,
so.
I remember the town meeting when that was talked about, the
Yeah.
painting and.
Yeah.
So it'll be
But-
cosmetically
Did they say anything about the parking issues? I mean, because there's no parking there. That's been the challenge all along for that building since, since the church vacated.
Church used to be there, and there were a lot of people that went to mass, so they
Yeah.
had the parking.
Yeah, they have some views of,
Yeah.
around and about, but that really is kind of been kicked down the road.
Yeah, I just wonder if it's okay, if it's, a nonprofit or something, if, because most of the time when you have a building, you need to have parking allocated to it,
Mhm.
whether it's residential or commercial. So I'm, and I don't know exactly if it's a variant, if they have a variance or something from the,
Oh, I
I
think it's probably grandfathered. in.
yeah, long ago. But yeah, I know there's just some physical challenges with the building in terms of,
Well,
having
they
it
do have to
renovated.
put in, there's talk
ramp.
about, no, actually a lift.
A lift, oh, okay.
There's one over in, 19 Carter, which is in Berlin.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
I think that's the model. And
Mhm.
instead of putting an elevator in, which is structurally really complicated,
Yeah,
there is a particular lift that you can put in there to make it structured.
This type of
Yeah.
thing.
They did the steam building for
Mhm.
going upstairs.
Okay.
They have the
I
chair.
haven't been in there.
Mhm.
No, well, this is something you can operate yourself, and someone could put a wheelchair in it and actually do the box.
Something building.
And
Yeah.
so,
Just like
yeah,
a
so
platform
it's
that lifts up,
ADA
right?
compliant,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's a part of it, and I know they were talking about making sure that
Mhm.
that was included with the plans.
Well, it would have to be.
Berlin,
Yeah.
The way you're gonna be.
it's a teeny town, it's like 4,000 people.
Yeah.
But their
And 19
building,
Carter.
interesting, looks a lot like,
This one.
looks like this one.
Yeah.
And there
So-
is a workshop for historical building societies on April 27th, and I am signed up for that too, so I'll be at 19 Carter and I can,
Yeah.
Sneak around
It was
and
an
look
old
at it.
church. It was definitely an old church.
and if you're interested in the historical committees in the state.
Mhm.
We got the Grange, we got the Grange.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah, no, it does look, it's like that traditional paint color, is that the
Yeah.
original paint color?
Yeah. I actually took care of Mrs. Barton. Most people don't know her now, but she was born in Upton. And then she lived on 17 Nelson Street. I was a nurse for a long time. And so she was a wealth of knowledge, so she, said how the Grange was, she married, Alice Barton. And Alice Barton did the roads and his, mother was the first teacher.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. it's super good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, so
Wow.
that was pretty interesting. So I learned a lot.
Yeah.
And just talking to elderly people who have been in this town for so long, you get so much information.
Yes.
By, just by speaking with them and say, do you remember this? And they'll say, I remember when you were a little girl.
When your street was a field.
Yeah.
It's like mine, it's like mine used to be like a piece of farmland or something, and,
Yeah.
yeah, so it's like, yeah, I know, it's like a real, resource, plus it'd be nice to have like some kind of oral history of
Yeah.
Upton,
Yeah.
trees, yeah.
Ours is-
Yeah, you have a total forestry.
Uh-huh.
I did a report one time over at the school for the younger school kids. And I told them about how when it came Easter time, on Pleasant Street, this man had ducks. And he would put dye in the water. And so he had pink ducks and orange ducks.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
So I told him that, but I was trying to speak his, his story. And I said, now, what did you get out of this? Tell me what you thought was the most interesting thing. They said, the ducks.
Yep. Yeah, that would stick with them, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was so funny. I go, oh, okay. But they thought that was the most wonderful thing, and how did he ever do it?
Probably couldn't do it now.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Great for the ducks.
That's wonderful. Yeah, that's great. I don't have anything else on the agenda. Does anyone else have any Comments, concerns?
I guess Mildred's not gonna make it down here. I told Matt that if he wanted to pop down after the meeting, I have fear. And talk.
Yeah,
about
I'm sure
but-
it's a long discussion
Yeah.
up there. I mean, I
Yeah.
know Linda's
Or.
up there.
So the,
I know that,
the Arts and Cultural Council is also meeting tonight, I guess upstairs, right? At Peter's. Yeah. And-
Oh,
I think-
select board.
yeah, he
Oh,
doesn't select what
Excuse me, I'm sorry, select
You know.
board. She gave me the title of UCC mole.
Oh.
I think it's some to the and report.
Yeah.
Just. Good our secret.
You're very like, good at that. But I'll attend the fun back to you guys. But, you know,
What about town?
Yeah, it's gonna be worth our while.
Yes.
So we have the next meeting.
Keep that. Yes, so
Oh,
any
yeah.
new
It's
business,
interesting stuff.
anything else, anything, Mildred, any new business? Oh, it's here, every time, members of the public are always.
Make your sweater.
No,
It's
actually.
beautiful.
Oh, thank you. It's Irish wool. I got it in Ireland last year. The year.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty, love the color.
I was trying to figure out how to make it.
I did too, but what it brings, it's great.
I could.
I admire.
Nice, yeah.
Sewing, knitting, crocheting, 'cause I was not blessed with any of those skills.
Like that.
Wow, like a stupid C and so.
One of many talents.
The only C ever, like ever.
Yeah.
And, I think it kept me off like the junior honor society or something
Oh,
like that.
gosh.
And
That's terrible. That's awful.
Yeah, like and she taught my sons to knit, so.
I couldn't even, I know.
Gin.
But.
I never had, I know, or I like, you know,
Yeah.
I know, so things, so.
The date
Well,
that
thanks
they
for
have
coming.
closed here, that is during school vacation.
Yeah, that,
I'm not gonna be
you're
here.
not gonna be here?
I'm going
Okay.
up to Portland for several days in the week.
All right, let's look at the.
Cut my hair.
Yeah, I thought about that,
Wow.
Wow, because it's like the only week I have off again before June.
okay, let me.
So,
I gave it away.
Oh, that was Earth Day. Yeah. Let's see.
you're guys good? My birthday.
It's Earth Day.
That's a lot to maintain.
We all plant trees.
The level of lot.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I have,
One
we
break.
have put in the Dawson grant.
Take it out.
Oh, that must have been.
Yeah. 29th or, yeah, or the
She's like Rapunzel from the town.
Yeah.
Your day is okay with me.
I know, I know, sure.
Well, it becomes the next meeting.
Yeah,
Oh, the next meeting is, I'm sorry, we said.
Yeah, we're talking about it
We're just
right
saying,
Oh,
so
the next
so we have a couple people that can't make the 22nd, that's school vacation week. So,
It's Earth Day.
an Earth Day, school vacation week,
Oh, goodness.
so then either the 15th or the 29th.
15th would be better for me.
Okay.
now. Okay,
Yeah, it's good by me.
15th or 29th, okay.
okay.
It's like, it's,
The 15th, we're saying?
yeah,
Come on.
Okay.
I'll just have to get the agenda, I'm gonna be gone from the 9th to the 13th,
Thank you.
but I can get the, all I have to do. is
Thank you.
It's like an issue. Okay, so we're gonna go with the 15th, folks.
Okay.
Mildred or Millie? What do you? Millie. Very nice to meet you, Millie.
So nice to meet you.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you for coming.
All right, thank you. Come again, please.
Yeah.
Good luck with those fellas on the.
Yeah, Cemetery Commission.
Everybody, if you don't know, this is Matt Fear.
Okay, hi there. Are we ready to adjourn?
Yes.
Okay.
I
All
think-
right, I need a vote to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'm gonna second that for real life.
Okay.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, no problem.
Thank you, Jim.
All right.